impact to the society and participating, so making participating the society into the business. And so my question is related to this concept and to the social entrepreneurship and ethical business and how this relates in this moment of crisis. And what is the importance, if you can comment on social entrepreneurship and how this relates to a crisis moment like we have now. The second question is more related to the soft skills and the double training we need to have a PhD, but it would be great to have also some training in other fields such as business. And last summer I attended a Summer Institute of Entrepreneurship at Stanford, and I think there's something that we are different in Europe and the US. US are very good at training, give this double training in science and in business, and I couldn't find a program such as the one at Stanford here in Europe. Thank you.
I will answer to the second question. We have launched 3 years ago a special doctoral program for named Docteur pour l'entreprise, and it's well sort of a short MBA in four weeks, I think, in order to make the PhD students more employable by the companies. So a short MBA for PhD students. It's a try, but it works. So it's one way to make this double competence.
Okay, Alfons, I know you're dying to comment.
Very quick 3 points. On the echoing this initiative, we are at the business school. We are launching entrepreneurship programs for scientists. We call it science business. I'm sorry. But the idea is precisely to
Our lawyers will talk to your lawyers.
Yeah, it was devised before, but anyway. And the idea is precisely this: to make this bridge, with providing them with very fast mini MBAs that help them to understand better the capacities as entrepreneurs. That's one thing. In terms of the social entrepreneurship, right on target. And currently, there's a huge echo of this kind of activity, and if I have to say where are we locating our investment efforts. Definitely, when we talk about entrepreneurship, half of it is going for this kind of social impact entrepreneurial activities linked with institutions all over the world, in India and in the United States, in Santa Clara and other places. And last, in terms of the cooperation, again, is on target. I think that in all PhDs, at least depending on what, in most areas, they should have some kind of input in terms of what it demands becoming an entrepreneur, some kind of basic skills, basic knowledge that is going to be useful. Vice versa, when we develop PhD programs, we could also include topics such as management of innovation and entrepreneurial skills.
Okay. Odile, I think all three of you wanted to add something, and then we wrap up. So go ahead.
First, we support a network of corporate social responsibility, CSR Europe, which is composed of companies which develop together actions with a view to promote corporate social responsibility, which is both the social part and the environmental part, pensions and others, and including they have created an academy, which could help to develop competences and skills in this area. On the issue of the link between business and science, we very much hope it was part of the approach of the EIT and of the knowledge and innovation communities, which is the idea to put more together business model, entrepreneurship, and science, and we'll see what the selection will be. But that was the idea of having also putting these disciplines and potential new PhDs in this area.
Okay, Marja, and then Roch, you have the last word.
Thank you. I think that comprehensive universities should adopt a culture of intersectorial mobility. I know that there are countries where this works and has been operating already for a long time, for instance, Germany, but there are also many countries where this is absolutely not the case. And this, the key is joint PhD programs, and you mentioned that, and you mentioned that. So educate the new generation to sort of have it as a natural combination, the academic research environment and the corporate research environment. We have to start, for instance, by a very basic fact: mutual recognition of merits. This is not at all self-evident. The academic researcher doesn't necessarily at all understand the merits that the researcher in a corporate environment has acquired, and maybe then a little bit vice versa as well. We also should understand that many of the problems that enterprises have, which need research to solve the problems, they may be very, very futuristic and ambitious. And the researchers may not know this. They may see them as sort of short-term solutions only, not requiring a basic research. And then, of course, the corporate world has to understand that the research wants to go deep, and this requires long timelines.
I just want to highlight again that social enterprise should be part of the fabric, probably, of all companies. I hope that one of the lessons, but I'm an optimist and perhaps naive, but one of the lessons of this crisis is really reflecting for every company, and that hopefully the financial market will also push that, including for themselves. What is the sense of purpose of every company? And we have all a sense of purpose. Of course, in the field of health, it's very easy. I'm here for a social need. I'm here my job is to make more and more patients in the world feel better. And that's a social agenda. If I do that well, then everything follows. And to highlight with a very concrete example, I mentioned that I have a second hat of chairing the Caring Entrepreneurship Fund. And in that fund, in fact, most of the business creation were, by the way, women. And they were indeed social enterprises. They were not science-based. They were about services around aging, and they were very much social-based. So completely agree that social entrepreneurship has to be is part of the answer and provides huge opportunities.